Biodiversity and Health Society.
At the end of this lesson, the learner should be able to define what biodiversity is, explain the impact of biodiversity on human population growth, and apply how we can protect our environment by knowing the signs of contamination.
Diversity, according to SCBC 2010, defined as the variability among living organisms from all sources including terrestrial, marine, and other aquatic ecosystems, and the ecological complexes of which they are part. This include diversity within a species, between a species, and ecosystem.
Biodiversity. Bio means life and diversity means variety.
Genetic biodiversity. This refers to differences between the genetic resources of organisms. Each individual of a particular species differ from the other in its genetic constitution. Example is breeds of dog, type of rice, and variation of frogs.
Species biodiversity. The species diversity refers to a group of similar organisms that typically mate to produce offspring. They commonly share the same lineage. Species diversity is the most basic classification unit and includes all species ranging from plants to various microorganisms. Examples: forest animals, plants, and living organisms. Ecological biodiversity. Ecological diversity or ecosystem is the complex network of different species present in local ecosystems and the dynamic interactions. It is diverse and contributed well-balanced environment. Example, habitats.
Three components or types of biodiversity. Threats to biodiversity. Habitat loss and destruction. Major contributing factor is the inhabitation of human beings and the use of land for economic gains, logging, mining, conversion of forests into agricultural, residential, or industrial land, lead to animals migration. Ang labis na pagpuputol ng puno ay nakakaapekto sa ating kalikasan. Ang pagpuputol ng puno ay maapektuhan ang mga tirahan ng mga hayop at maging mga tao. Dahil sa pagpuputol ng puno ay nakakabahala ito sa tahanan dahil maaaring magkaroon ng baha o landslide dito.
Invasive alien species. These can change the functions of ecosystems. They disrupt natural communities and ecological processes. The invasive species can outcompete the native species for food and habitats. It leads to competition and extinction.
Pollution and contamination. Biological system responds slowly to changes their surroundings environment. Pollution and contamination cause irreversible damage to species and varieties. Bad environment result to low change of survival of species. Leads to animals and plants death and unhealthy living. Dahil sa paglabis na pagtatapon ng basura kung saan-saan katulad ng pagtatapon ng basura sa ilog o sa mga tubig, ang mga hayop na nakatira dito ay nakokontaminate dahil dito. Maaring makasira ito ng kanilang tirahan at maaring magansanhi din ng pagkamatay ng mga isda or kahit na anong hayop na nakatira sa tubig dahil sa pagtatapon ng basura dito.
Alteration in ecosystem composition. Alterations and sudden changes, either within species or group, within the environment, could begin to change the entire ecosystems. This is a critical factor to species and habitat loss. It leads to animals migration. It can lead also to loss of biodiversity.
Global climate change. Both climate variability and climate change cause diversity loss. Species and population may be lost permanently if they are not provided with enough time to adapt changing climate conditions, lead to difficulties of living of different species. Nang dahil sa pagbabago ng klima, maaari maapektuhan ng mga hayop, tao at ang maging hanap buhay nito, katulad ng isang magsasaka. Naapektuhan ang kanilang pananim dahil sa pagbabago ng klima. Dahil din sa pagbabago ng klima ay hindi nagiging masagana ang pag-ani ng kanilang mga pananim. Importance of biodiversity. It affects human on various aspects: economy, health, and culture, aesthetic and environmental issues. It is the source of food, clothing, shelter, and medicines.
Okay. The source of raw materials for industrial activities. Human enjoys different products and goods, clean air and water, soil and water resources due to biodiversity. And lastly, life would be so boring if there is no variation around us. Para maiwasan natin ang pagkasira o pagkawala ng ating biodiversity, kinakailangan natin na mahalin ito at ating pangalagaan dahil ito ang makakatulong sa atin upang mas maging maganda ang ating biodiversity at maging maganda ang ating kapaligiran. Kailangan natin ng kalinisan at ang tamang pagtatapon ng basura isa rin sa mga paraan kung paano natin ito pangangalagaan. I am Karen O. Macarang.
And I am Mailene O. Malimata. And we are the reporters for today's afternoon. Thank you for listening. I hope na may natutunan kayo sa aming report.